It's a concept model, really.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Proof of concept was what it was set out to be, and I think we've done that.
And this just adds another level of class to it. It's like a work of art in itself, really. Right, so where are we with this, Jamie?
Last time we were looking at something like this, that could take a variety of the low Ds right up to the mid Gs and all the diameters in between. And basically we went for kind of like a compression design. It's tight enough to hold the small bore, but compresses enough to allow a large bore through. This is currently where we're at. Where we have these compression islands that apply the pressure to hold the whistles in place.
Which is nice because it doesn't limit the length.
Anything from your low Ds to your mid Gs can go effectively wherever you want.
Yeah. It's got a really satisfying click, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I can actually get them out of there even with one hand if I needed to.
Yeah. It was how do we, explore something that maybe squishes more at the bottom but not at the top to kind of clamp those whistles in place. And these are some of the iterations we went through. Really thin to slightly thicker, different actual geometries. We tried a layered design where in theory it would compress more in the middle because it's a different profile versus the top. That overcomplicated it a wee bit. But this was the final geometry to hold both the high mid G and the low D.
Okay, really nice.
They've kind of got the two holes and a structure that kind of binds them all together with the leather hiding all that. The strength within them hopefully should withstand a bit of hammering.
And this is a plastic back for the time being, isn't it? But we have now got the plates cut in stainless.
Yep. And I think...
So let's have a look at these. Wow.
Yeah, so it's not too dissimilar from where we started. Where the fun was in creating a natural graphic that both is functional and aesthetic. And what I mean by that is the hidden bits hide some of the more engineering parts of the case, the structure, the screw points, how it all fixes together, while allowing the contours to show windows and glimpses of what's beneath. So it looks not actually crazy different from how we started, but there was a lot of fine tweaking to maybe get it to this point.
It looks fantastic. So in terms of piecing all this together, where are we at?
So currently, this was the design I had.
Two different, is that the back?
Currently, I prefer this as a front.
Yes.
So all we did with this one was we opened up more space.
I agree,
with the option of adding, holes or engraving within the middle, which actually now I don't think it needs. Personally, I don't think there's enough clearance at the edges to give, reassurance that you're not going to damage them. So I want to scale the foam side up
by an
extra
So just
5-10 mil.
Perfect.
Offset.
And is that what you're working on now?
That's what I'm doing at the moment.
You don't want to damage the edge with a drop, do you? I mean, the foam is there to provide a buffer zone.
I think it's all proportionate as well. This was based off of the chameleon case and the proportions of that, where I think scaling it up actually allows for more room. You can go bigger with the foam and make it more protective.
Really nice, okay.
Yeah.
So that's all great. Are you hitting challenges with that?
The economy of scaling up this foam is that the limits with the foam that we've got. By scaling it up, you maybe lose slight economy, but I think you'll come up with a better product.
Because that's 600 there, is it?
Yeah, so I think the new one's looking more like 620.
Okay, great.
I think width-wise, potentially an extra wee bit as well.
And there's going to be a plastic underneath this, isn't there?
So they're actually...
that
is a...
there.
That's like a PET G window. We've gone for this 5 whistle arrangement. On the top half, it will be 4, which will be offset, essentially allowing them to clam down there and avoiding any sort of rubber.
So there'll be 4 in the top.
So it'll hold 9 total.
Lovely. And this is just, just adds another level of class to it. It's like a work of art in itself, really.
But I think it'll weather over time as well.
It will, yeah.
Which-
I mean, the stainless, it should age well. What I am impressed about is the weight of it. You know, it doesn't feel. I felt like it was going to be heavier. Like it's actually really quite light.
Yeah. It'll be interesting with a full set of whistles in it, how much that adds
Yeah,
is the only thing.
yeah, yeah.
But
I mean, the issue, I think that probably the issue at the moment, just the structural integrity,
yeah.
it needs something more solid, doesn't it? It needs something more rigid in there.
What makes me think though, I wonder, is if you were to still, it would add weight, but have the design on the front and a solid back.
Yeah,
You know, a solid back would stiffen it up from the bottom.
yeah,
without
that's a
ruining
good
the
idea.
aesthetic.
It's maybe
You know, at the
just,
moment we've got the two of the same design.
yeah. I mean, that sits open beautifully there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's obviously got something to lean against.
It does have quite a footprint when it opens
It's
up.
got a big footprint when it opens up, but you wonder, I mean, one way would be to have like a strap that
Yeah.
holds it.
And that, I think that's allowed for in the design because it'll be bottom heavy, which is exactly what you want. You could even put, I don't know, maybe you're overdoing it, but magnets.
Yeah. I mean, we did that on one of the earlier cases, I
Benjamin.
think you're right, yeah. It would actually add stiffness to the whole case. I mean, it's also quite loose at the moment. I think it needs almost,
Yeah, well, there's nothing to say, like, you know, as it snaps together, you don't have embedded magnets too. You know, that's because the
Yeah, that's what we've done with
lasers
the
cut from
Chameleon,
this side.
actually,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, it makes
yeah,
that would be nice.
yeah. I think these catching is probably the biggest issue, you know.
Yeah,
At some point that's going to catch.
probably going back to like the screw, the whole positions. You know, if you had it bound in a couple of points in the middle, something we never explored. But I still wonder if you almost applied the stainless in some way to the edges. You know, we've very much just gone top and bottom, but because we've increased this distance, the height, they almost want strengthened up somehow.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that looks like a structure in this section here. Like maybe that's all it needs, but I think at the moment that is only bound in the. That's
There's
the-
always been a bit of a question kind of in my head is should these have a tab that wraps around? Because that obviously would give the plate
Oh, the leather you mean, and then it.
not so much the leather as the stainless. So imagine it was extended out beyond, and then we pressed it so it wrapped around,
Oh, I see.
and
Yeah,
it was the
no,
same in all
and it
four
would
directions.
border it, yeah.
Yeah, and that would really stiffen it up. But it would
'Cause it's
also
the corners that would take the damage, you know, when you drop it, and that's at the moment it's quite exposed.
yeah.
So I think, yeah, definitely.
But also the thing about the foam is that it's quite shock absorbing.
True.
Like the problem with having stainless all the way to the edges is if you drop it, it's like it, you know,
Yeah, it
the
won't.
shock gets transferred through. It's still, I don't think it would be a problem, but it needs stiffness somewhere, doesn't it?
Oh,
Whether
definitely.
that's a thicker plate, a formed plate, thicker plastic, or some kind of stiffening up in it. But I think that there's weight-wise, I mean, it's interesting. Obviously, we need to fill it
With whistles.
with whistles just to see how it feels weight-wise, because that would change it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
It's interesting, you know, 2 days of leaving the whistles in and suddenly they like
Yeah.
form to the different sizes.
Yeah.
So you can see where the midge's been and where a thicker one's been, which
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think is the worst thing in the world.
No. Okay. And there's no handle.
And there's no hand.
So, if anyone's got an idea of what sort of handle they would like on this, let us know.
Fire your ideas in.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I like the overall size of it. It's really nice. It just needs stiffening somehow, I think.
A work in progress.
A work in progress. Yeah,
It is progress.
it is progress, and it's a it's a concept model really.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Proof of concept was what it was set out to be, and I think we've done that.
Just adds another level of class to it. It's like a work of art in itself, really. Yeah, well done, Jamie.
Thanks. Okay, keep going.